Hi, welcome back to the Power of Model Drawing. Now today we are going to look at fractions, but this time we are going to go into creative model drawing. So we are going to revise how we have drawn out fractions in the last few lessons. We are going to use everything, right, whatever that we have learned so far to draw out the word problems. So now you have to learn to draw out your own word problems. Okay, let's look at example 1 and let's see how we draw. Now, no matter how hard the question is, all right, we don't solve it immediately. Right? What do? We always think of methods. Methods are there to guide you through the process of working out the answer. So when you look at the problem and you know that you can use model, then what do? You have to draw out the sentence step by step, or sentence at a time. And then once you draw out the model, right, what do you do next? You look at your model and you study the model, and from the model you solve the problem. So you always draw first, then you solve later. So let's read the example to understand what I mean. Now, there are some red, blue, and green marbles in the container. The number of green marbles is half of the number of blue marbles. And there are 3 times as many red as green. So which means that the red has 3 boxes, and the green will have 1 time, or 1 box. There are 18 more red than blue marbles. So how many marbles are there in the container? Alright, you can see it looks complicated. So if you ask me, what's the first step? I won't be able to tell you how to do. I won't be able to tell you the first step, second step, and so on. But I can show you how to draw. And then after drawing, we see what to do. Now, so there are some red, blue, and green in the container. So is there enough information to tell me how to draw the model? There's not enough information, so I have to skip and go to the next sentence, all right, because there's nothing much I can draw by looking at the first sentence. So the green marbles is half of the blue. So can we draw that? Yes, it means that the green has 1 and the blue has 2. So you draw a model, the green has 1 and the blue has twice, or 2 boxes, right, twice. Okay, so you're until here already. And don't call units yet, all right, you call units at the end of your whole drawing. There are 3 times as many red as green. Oh, there are 3 times as many red. It means that the red has 3 boxes and the green has 1 box. Can you see that the model, the green has already 1 box? So all you have to do is just draw for the red, just draw another 3 boxes. So 1, 2, and 3. See? So the red is 3 times as many as the green. Alright, so the red has 3 boxes, the green has 1 box. And you are until here. Now there are 18 more red than blue. Oh, so where is the 18 more red than blue? Isn't that your 18 more? And that's where you put 18. So how many marbles are there in the container, which is the total? And your model is completed, and it looks very simple, see? So when you draw out the sentence, don't focus on the solving, focus on the drawing. And after you draw already, now you can see clearly how to solve. So every box is equal, so you call every box 1 unit. So you have 1 unit, and now you can start writing your unique statements. 1 unit is 18, so they are all together how many boxes? So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 units, so will be how many marbles in the container? So 18 times 6, and you will get 108 marbles in the container. And you solve the problem. See, using model drawing. So even if the problem looks quite hard, don't panic, but learn to draw out the sentences using what you have learned over the months, right? All the lessons that you have gone through on model drawing, record them, all right, and use whatever that you have learned into your own creative model drawing. Okay, let's go to number 2. All right, let's look at another example and let's see how we draw out this problem creatively. Now, Tom bought a bunch of grapes. There were 84 grapes in the bunch. He gave 14 of them to Sam and some of them to Kelly. He then had 37 of his grapes left. So how many grapes did he give to Kelly? Now when we draw the model, we always start from the beginning. Alright, you don't draw anyhow, you don't draw anywhere you like. You always start from the beginning and you draw towards the end. So let's start from the first sentence. Tom bought a bunch of grapes. So I can draw a rectangle to represent the bunch of grapes. And there were 84 grapes in the bunch, so I can label 84. So I'm until here. Okay, he gave 14 of them to Sam, so you cut 14 and you label Sam. And he adds some of them to Kelly, so cut, and we don't know how many, to Kelly. He then had 3/7 of his grapes left, so which means that the rest of this model must be the leftover. And if you notice carefully, how many boxes left? He then had 3/7 of his grapes left. It means that his grapes, all the grapes, right, which is the bunch of grapes, there are 7 boxes and 3 boxes are left, right? So how do we draw? Okay, so you can actually cut the leftover into 3 boxes. Okay, 3 boxes, right? And all the grapes have 7 boxes, which is this whole rectangle. This whole model is all the grapes. So can I cut into 7 boxes? I can't, because you have 14 and you have the question mark in the model. So I can't cut this model into 7 boxes. So whatever that you cannot cut, you drop down the same model. Okay, so where's the leftover? The leftover is here, right? This is the leftover, and how many boxes are left? Isn't that 3 boxes? And if there are 3 boxes left, then how many boxes are given away? Now, there are total 7 boxes, right? Because you can see that the denominator is the total number of grapes. So 7 minus 3, you will get 4. And you can see that it doesn't look proportional. All right, all the boxes do not look proportional. So do I erase everything and redraw again? Well, don't have to. All you have to do is just indicate 1 unit. Once you know that there's no more drawing, you can put 1 unit into the boxes. So even if the boxes don't look proportional, but because you have put the 1 unit into the boxes, you won't get confused, right? And on top will be your 3 boxes left, 3 units left. Okay, so how many grapes did he give to Kelly? Which is, where's the question mark? He gave 14 to Sam and some of them to Kelly. Oops, so Mr. Ong should put Kelly here. Okay, so there's a question mark, which is what you need to find. Okay, so our model is done already. So can we find the question mark? Yes, we can. Now, if there are 3 boxes left, then how many boxes are given to Sam and Kelly? Isn't that 4 units? All right, 4 units. Okay, all right, and then what do you do next? And then can you see that the total number of grapes is 84 in the bunch? Now you can see that once I finish my drawing, I am actually not looking at the problem. I'm looking at the model, and I'm looking at the model to study how to solve, right? So the whole bunch of grapes is 84, and isn't that 7 units, right? Which is 84. So your 1 unit will be 84 divided by 7. Your 1 unit is 12. And how many grapes are given to Sam and Kelly? 4 units. Right, 4 units will be 12 times 4, 48. So 48, right, 48 grapes were given to Sam and Kelly. So now can you find Kelly gets how many? You take 48 minus Sam, or 48 minus 14. And you can see that 34 grapes were given to Kelly. Alright, and you have solved the problem using model drawing. Alright, so what do you see here? Now, it doesn't matter whether your model and my model are similar or look the same. Your duty or your job is to draw out your own model. And once you have drawn out your own model, which may look a bit different from mine, then you look at your own model and use it to solve the problem. Alright, that is what you're supposed to do. Alright, so you don't solve first, you always draw first, then you solve later. Okay, let's go to question number 3. Now, yes, even more complicated, or is it really very hard? Let's read. Now, Fanny had 120 20-cent coins. On Monday, she used up 1/10 of her coins. On Tuesday, she used up 1/4 of the remaining coins, which is the remainder. On Wednesday, she used up 1/3 of the rest of the coins. So how much money did Fanny have left at the end of Wednesday? Okay, again you ask Mr. Ong, what's the first step? I can't tell you, alright, because I don't know the first step. But let's draw the model and then see what we can do after the drawing. Now, Fanny had 120 20-cent coins. So let's draw a rectangle to represent his coins, or her coins. On Monday, she used up 1/10. It means that her coins has altogether 10 boxes, and she used up 1 box Okay, 1 box on Monday. So let's cut the rectangle into 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And label. So good model drawing has labeling. So this is Monday. Alright, you can see that I'm not solving, I'm just focusing on the drawing. Then on Tuesday, she used up 1/4 of the remaining coins. So where is the remainder? If you recall your earlier lesson, the remainder is on the right side of the model, which is how many boxes? Which is 9 boxes here. Right? If you look at the remainder, you can see there are 9 boxes on the right side. And if you look at the fraction, can you see the remaining coins has 4 boxes? So, can you cut this model, which is the remainder, into 4 boxes? You can't, because there are 9 boxes, how to cut into 4? So whatever that you cannot cut, you drop down. Right, drop down the remainder. So when do you drop down? When you cannot cut into whatever boxes you want, you drop down. And then you can cut into 4 boxes already. Okay, so the remainder now has 4 boxes. And what happened? She used 1 box on Tuesday. So you label Tuesday. Alright, so you're until here. And then on Wednesday, she used up 1/3 of the rest. So where is the rest? After using 1 box on Tuesday, the rest will be the right side of the model, right, which is the 3 boxes here. So can you see the rest after using, after using 1/4 of the remainder on Tuesday? This is the rest, which is your 3 boxes, or the leftover. And if you look at the fraction, the rest of the coins has 3 boxes, and the model from here to the right, how many boxes do you see? Also 3 boxes. And what happened? She used 1/3 or 1 box on Wednesday. So continue to label, and then what do you call the rest of these 2 boxes? So how much money did Fanny have left? So this will be the leftover, right? And we forgot to put something important. Fanny had 120 20-cent coins, so we forgot to put the total number of coins on the model. So make sure you have put all the numbers inside, otherwise you won't be able to solve using the model. Okay, so how much money did Fanny have left? So your question mark will be over here. So you have done with the drawing. So what do you do next? Now you study the model, and what do you do? Now, can you see that the remainder that you drop down, right, what is on top and what is below is the same, right? Where's the remainder? The remainder is here. So the remainder has 9 boxes. Okay, 9 boxes. And when you drop down, it is also the same remainder, but it has 4 boxes. So how to make 9 boxes, which is on top, to be equal to 4 boxes, which is below? So very easy. Now, if there are 9 boxes on top, you just call 9, 9, 9, and 9. No need to cut into many boxes, just indicate the 9 units inside. And below there are 4 boxes, so just put 4, 4, 4, and so on. Okay? Okay, and don't forget to do the same for Monday. And if you look at the remainder, how many units are there? You will see that there are 4 boxes of 9, 36, and 9 boxes of 4 units, also 36 units. So the remainder has a total of 36 units. Okay, so how many units are there all together? Alright, including Monday. So you count all the boxes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 boxes of 4 units, which is 40 units. Alright, 40 units. So which means that Fanny has altogether 40 units of 20-cent coins. And the 40 units is also the same as 120. So you can find 1 unit, which is 120, divided by 40. So 1 unit is 3. So how many coins did, or how much money did Fanny have left at the end of Wednesday? So if you look at the money left, which is a question mark, that would be 9 plus 9, 18 units of coins. So 18 units will be how many coins? 18 times 3. And you will get 54. Now, this is not the answer. This is the 54 coins, right, that Fanny have left. But you're asked to find how much money, which is the value. So how much is all the 54 20-cent coins that she has left? So 54 times 20 cents. So how much is that? So you will take your calculator, 34 times 0.20, and she has $10.80 left at the end of Wednesday. And you have solved the problem using model drawing. Okay. Oh, by the way, this is a P4, so you can't use calculator. So what happens if you can't use calculator? Don't worry. You just take 54 and then times, change the dollars and cents into whole number, into 20 cents, and then do your timetable, your multiplication. So 34 times 20, which is what you have learned in P4, multiplication by 2-digit numbers, and you will get 1080 cents, and then change back to dollars and cents. Okay, so you can't use calculator at P4 level, so only at P5 then you can use calculator. Alright, so that's how you solve using creative model drawing. So what is model drawing? Now, model drawing is to draw out the problem. You look at the problem and then you try to draw the problem into a picture, right? Like your model. And then you look at the model and then you see how to solve using the model. Alright, so drawing comes first and solving always comes later. So when you read a problem, you don't jump into the solving so quickly, but you think about how to draw out every sentence. And then it's like a jigsaw puzzle. Remember, you put all the pieces together as you're drawing, and at the end of the drawing, you can see how the jigsaw puzzle looks like. Okay? Alright, so we come to the end of this creative model drawing. So stay tuned to the next lesson on fractions, and we are going into the before and after types of problems again, but this time we are going to use fractions. Alright, so see you in the next lesson.